Hey guys, Tattoo for You Richard here, and it's time for a Kits, Bits, and Swag review. I am going to review the Army Painter Brush Starter Set. I got this, before we go into the brushes, I got this because last month, or it was, I guess the month before that, Tabletop Monthly did a contest, a giveaway contest on their Facebook page. And you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff and things, and share. And you're entered in to win a monthly box set for free. So I did that and I won. Woohoo! Monthly subscription. I can't remember how much they are total. I think they're like $24.99 or $29.99 a month for the box, and you get tabletop goodness. You know, stuff that's related to our hobby, terrain stuff, whatever, whatnot. I'm not going to go into what I got. I already did an unboxing of the original one, the one I won for free. Well, it's a typical subscription service, so I had to sign up to it, and then they, get all my information to ship it out to me, and then I received my free box. And you saw that last month. It came with some paints, a couple little Reaper miniatures, and some other stuff. I can't remember what all was in there. So I got mine in this month because, honestly, it's an awesome subscription. It's an awesome subscription service. I love the idea of all these. I would probably subscribe to all of them if I was filthy, stinking rich. And not just filthy rich. See what I did there? Richard is rich and yeah. Anyway. But I can't afford it. I made the boo-boo of not canceling the sub service before they charged me for the next month, which isn't their bad. It's how their system works. You know how it works. It's how most of them work. So I had to I have to cancel today, so they don't do it again. But so I ended up getting another box, this month's box, which is again cool. It's a cheap way of getting extra goodies for nerddom. I'm not gonna go again over what was in the box because if you want to see what came in this month's box, go run on over to Commissar Gamza, head high commissar of all Gamzaness, the Commissar Gamza. Super cool cat. Love the guy, of course. He's a rad dude. But he does a monthly unboxing of these. He gets these every month, so I'm sure it'll be popping up here within a week or so now, a week or two or whatever. He's a busy man. But just keep an eye on his channel. He'll have the full unboxing and show you what all was in it. I am just going to show these. So I don't typically buy fancy brushes because, again, I'm poor. So I stay away from stuff like that, and I try to go the cheapest route as possible. So I tend to buy like the go to Hobby Lobby, and they got these 24 brushes are $4.99. You can get them right now. They'll work for 2 months, then you can buy another package. Not really. They actually last me quite a while because I take good care of them. But I get those, and I use those until they wear out 6-8 months from now. So these are my first legit brushes. Legit? Are these legit? I don't know the quality of Army Painter. They're fancy. Look, they're triangular. They got funny shape handles. That's weird. But I'm assuming it's for comfort, obviously. So let's go around. What comes in this? This is the brush starter set. And in this set, I have an itchy in my nosy. They come with the Army Painter. This set is perfect starting point for the novice painter. That's me. The specially designed triangular handles have been created to give the ultimate grip, ensuring a better paint job. A freaking feather just flew across the room. We don't have birds. you get, first, Hobby Standard Brush. This brush is used to base coat miniatures. The size is perfect for administering colors in the right places without drowning your model in paint.
Help me, I can't breathe, but I'm pretty.
Hobby Small Detail Brush. This brush is used for adding tiny details to your miniatures, such as eyes, tattoos, belt buckles, etc. The sharp point also enables you to make tiny black outlines between your base colors.
Tiniest of outlines.
It's a nice little fine point brush, too. Hobby Dry Brush. This is the brush used for dry brushing. Can I get more dynamic than that? And then it goes on to say, to dry brush, use a lighter color than your base coat, then apply paint to your brush, then wipe the excess paint off your brush using cloth or tissue. Tissue always sounds like you're sneezing. Tissue. Tissue. It's like a cute, adorable little sneeze. Tissue. Move the brush quickly back and forth. Just like that. You whistle too. Over the raised areas to get the effect. I'm not going to read the product code because that's pointless. Army Painter is in Denmark. Way to go, the Denmarkians. Oh wait, but it's made in Germany. So, packaging is nice. That's a super cool package.
Oh, it's so stupid. It's not. It's stiff and...
I'm not really putting that pressure on it. I'm not going to take a chance. It's plastic. Come on, guys. But it's a clamshell pack. Blister pack. I dropped it. With a piece of paper in it. Ooh, paper. Nice backing. And this is cool. So, we'll talk about that in a minute. Clamshell pack, and then it comes with, like, these are all together on this little piece to keep them separated so they don't fall around all the package for display purposes. So, spoiler alert, or truth alert, I've already used the dry brush. It's nice. It's a good stiff, but not too stiff, bristled dry brush. Holds paint really well. I will say that. Typically, I have used dry brushes in the past. Brushes in the past that you put paint on them, wet paint, dry paint, or whatever, and you're literally you get it off. I use the back of my hand all the time to get off the excess. I try to do it in one swipe and then two swipes, and then come off over here and just get it good. So that way I have a little pool right there. If I need a little more, I'll just get it off the back of my hand. But then I'll go and I'll do this. And it's like, oh, okay, where's the paint? No more paint. This one, I do that same technique that I do all the time. And I'll go, and I'll go, and I'll go, and I'll go. Dry brush, dry brush, dry brush. Oh, look at that. I got 3 fingers. And by the time I get to like the 3rd finger time period, then it starts really lightening up a lot more. So I'm starting to like get the paint's actually losing more of the paint on the brush. So I'd say this is a really good... Does it have a triangle handle? This is so like not really a triangle. It's more rounded, but it does... I do feel like a slight triangleness to it. But yeah, no, it holds the paint really well. The paint lasts fairly good on it. Yeah, I don't know whether it's the brush or whether it's just my magical powers. We'll never know. So what I'm probably gonna do, I've seen this, I've used this. I am going to use the next brush is the standard brush. Now yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know if you can see that very well, but if you notice the tip has a slight angle to it, that's not a good quality control right there, Army Painter. I'm telling you, that's it actually scares me a little bit that I keep forgetting what this metal part is called on a brush. But I bought I did. Okay, let's take this back. I said I don't typically use expensive brushes, fancy brushes. On the line on eBay once, somebody was selling some nicer brushes, and they were brand new. I bought them, I got them, and every single head was snapped right off. Really upset about it, and the guy was kind of a douche when I said I was unhappy with these brushes. They're broken and crap. This is ridiculous. Why do I have crappy brushes? You know, he was like, can I get a replacement or something for these? And he was like, yeah, but you're gonna pay shipping. And I'm like, dude, I already paid shipping once for broken brushes. Why should I pay shipping again for brushes whenever I wanted brand new nice brushes and you sent me broken brushes? I paid like $20 for these brushes. Let me just tell you, there was like 4 brushes, and I paid $20 for them, and then shipping on top of that. Made me realize I should need to stick to Home Depot brushes. But with seeing this and it being, yes, I lick my brushes back to a point. Stop it. Seeing that tip being bent like that, slightly off, it worries me that these will snap too. So that's already a downside on that. Apologize real quick, guys. Things are going to get weird. Oh, focus. Focus. Okay, we're good. But figured I'm actually making this video directly after I made the last video for the Stallis JC's Dilly Dally. So I'm still working on my breachers, and actually I haven't even started yet because of making these videos. So I figure, what a way to test this brush out. But on, ooh, they're thick. They don't quite fit in my ear. Now, my ears lobes used to be way bigger than this, but I quit wearing them. Like, my earlobes were big enough I could fit one of these bottles in them. A Vallejo paint bottle. I could fit that in my earlobe. And now they've shrunk down to just a little bit bigger than that. There's your triangle. So, put that protector in there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do it on camera. I'll just talk about it as I do it. But we're going to test this guy out. The Hobby Standard brush. Still, look at that. I got a little angle to my dangle there, kids. I'll put a little bit of paint on there. I like the paint. It's held on pretty good. Now, again, I'm doing a front-facing camera, so you're not getting any kind of detail. But this is more for just testing purposes. Just to see. The load on the paintbrush is really good. You can load it really well. I like that. And it keeps a good flow while you're using it. I'm impressed. This is going to make me want fancier paintbrushes. Nope, can't have that happen. Yeah, dude, that's pretty good. I like that. I can handle that. That's not bad. Tip's real nice. It's holding its tip shape really well while I paint. You know, use those other brushes. A second ago I didn't really dip it to get some more paint on there. Typical paint brushes, when I'm using them, you'll get 1 or 2 hairs that kind of start flaring out. And granted, this is a brand new brush, you know, I haven't even cleaned it once yet, so we'll have to see what happens after that. But this point is really nice too. It's a nice fine point in itself as well. What happened to Dan? Just watch my Monday Q and Farts video. Sorry, that video was full of fart jokes. I don't know why. I think we just went childlike in that one. So yeah, I can dig it. This brush is really good for base coating, and you know, it's a good standard brush. Like I said, it's a good base coating brush. I am impressed with it. I'm going to continue this, finish this guy up, by painting all his hoovesies and his little thingsies. See the towel, like most of this tone is my towel. I typically use Vallejo's U.S. Dark Green, I believe is what's called. Yeah, U.S. Dark Green. But I found that Games Workshop's Castellan Green is pretty close to it, like almost unnoticeable. Like the only way you're gonna really tell is if you're like right up on it. But I do like little highlights anyway, so that kind of makes you lose that effect. But it's a good green. It matches my army, and I have some, so I figured I'd use it because I'm running low on the U.S. Dark Green. But that's one of the main tones is the green, and then I have the white, which I've been kind of playing around with my white lately and kind of wanting to do away with the pure white. I want to do a more well, kind of like this. I've done the way I did the body. I primed it in gray, which is like a really light gray. I'm going to rinse the brush now and see how that holds out. Nice, tip is still good. Good, cool tip. It's got one little hair sticking straight out the top, but we'll keep an eye on that. So that was it for the standard brush. Now we go for the detail brush. Its tip is a little crooked too. Like a little crooked that way. It's not as bad as the other one. But that's a nice point. Like, you're not seeing anything on this video, so. Hobby small detail. More triangle. Nice triangle. But the white, again, what I said I did for the white bodies is spray paint them, prime them gray, and then because I want a shadow, undershadow, I go back with a black, and I spray them black mainly lightly on the upper portions, like the down, like spray down on them, and then underneath I do a heavier black on all the undercoats, like undershading, and then I come back with my Luftwaffe gray. It's that cool blue gray that I use. Where is it?
Where are you at, little Luftwaffe?
Luftwaffe. Yeah. I do this Luftwaffe uniform gray. Or it's just called Luftwaffe uniform WW2. So I'll do that next on lightly on the undershadow, and then again on a little heavier from the top down. And then I'll go back with this blue-gray pale Vallejo, which I'm running really low on. And then I'll come on that one, I'll just come, no more undershadows on it, just from the top. And I'll kind of just hit it, and it kind of give me that nice little shadowed effect. And then I'll come back with a white, a true white, and just barely dust, like the pants, I barely dusted those from above. The helmets I want a little heavier on, more straight down on top of them, because I wanted them helmets to be more white, and then not underneath as much, not the undershadows. So they got a good shadowing on them. And I think it turned out really well. So, yeah. But that's the main tones, that's the main colors of their armor and stuff. And I kept these kind of similar to the, the red. I have a red too. I use a... Oops, that's not it. There it is. I use Cavalry Brown, which is kind of like a rusty red. And I'll do that on my base coats for all my red. And then I'll come back with, I use dark vermilion, which dark vermilion and red and all that other stuff, the tones are so similar, it's almost hard to tell the difference. But I just like the tone of this because it's got a hint of a little bit deeper to it. But then I'll go back and I'll do that on a few areas. Like I did these completely different. Like I did a lot of freehand, just call it freehand. I'm not following panel lines on these guys this time. So like I did the stripe down his leg is a difference, and a stripe down his head. That's for the Breacher Squad. He'll have some more red and stripes and stuff on his other, like his big shoulder pad and stuff and whatnot. I'm thinking, like if I get another Breacher Squad, I'll do like red helmets with a white stripe for Squad 2 or something. I don't know. Or I may just do them all the same and literally put a 1 on a shoulder pad and then a 2 on Squad 2 shoulder pads if I ever get another squad. That's the main tones for the armor and the suits and the figures. I have secondary colors, which is like what I'm doing now. That's all these detail things. He's got these little side buckle things on his boots, his hooves, his knee pads. On my last ones, on my Fire Warrior Squad, the knee pads were the same color as the armor. These I wanted to go something a little different to break it up more. So I'm doing the knee pads this color, and then their belt buckles this color. And then if I have any like other like, almost like the leather work. Anywhere that there would be like leather work. So what I do is I start off with detail brush. We're testing this bad boy out because that's what the purpose of this video is. And I apologize too, guys, if you'd rather see me do it up close and personal, like more focus on the brush. But I feel like I could do a review like this easier on me because I have everything right in my face. And in order for this camera to be right here, I'd have to have a camera hooked onto my cheek to see what I'm doing. Maybe if I was doing a how-to video and not a review of these brushes video. But anyway, yeah, so I'm painting all these little detail works. I start out with, this is actually a recent development too, because normally I would just do whatever color I'm doing straight into a cavalry brown and be done with it. But now I'm trying to do speed painting, or not, it's not really speed painting, it's just taking me a while. But I'm doing this kind of painting where I'm just trying to get it done, but at a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not batch painting, just I'm trying to get these things painted as quick as possible, but also at a little nicer standard. These are still tabletop. They're going to be tabletop no matter what, but I want it to be like a nicer tabletop. Not like literally I threw a color down and then threw another color down and threw a highlight and we're done. Just walked away from it. I want to do like 3 highlight colors, 3 different tones, and then be done with it. So for these little details I'm doing now, like knee pads and stuff, the cavalry, not the cavalry, the cream colored, we'll just go cream because it's all like a tone of cream. I'm doing 3 layers on that. The starting layer is Baneblade Brown, and then I come up from that with so Baneblade Brown, you can't really see it. It's on the knee pads. It's kind of that medium brown, like really like a dirty sand color, like a beach color, like a dirty beach color. And then I'll come on top of that with shouldn't be using a detail brush for this. I'll come on top of that with a country tan from my Apple Barrel Paints range, which is basically a little lighter shade. And then after that, I'll highlight it with Ushabti Bone, the G-Dub paint. And literally on that, I do just like I'm saying, like straight up highlight lines, like edge highlighting on them. So far I'm liking these paint brushes a little bit. They hold the paint well. They're not hard to load paint on them in a fair amount and have the paint last a little while too. Oh, we have our first hair come out. It's not good. I just opened these and started using them. Yep, that's a hair. Now, was it a hair from the brush or was it hair from somewhere else? I don't know. For right now, I'm gonna cut these brushes some slack and say it was hair from somewhere else because I do have cats. It was a small hair. It was smaller than the length of the paintbrush. So, like I said, that's why I'm kind of cutting it some slack and saying it's not from the paintbrush. But I can already see there is one. I can't even right now with you guys. Sorry, I can't because I just can't show you right. But there is one tiny, tiny hair sticking straight out of the top of this brush. The smallest little hair. I think I got it. I would be working with a little bit more light normally, but I only got this on. Pardon my eye buckets. My eye buckets itched. So yeah, that really bummed me out. So I guess that little hair was from this brush. That's not good. So yeah, bummer, man. Shouldn't have hairs already starting to come out whenever you get a brand new set of brushes. But it's alright. Army Painter, I'm not going to shoot them down. This is honestly the first real thing besides their... I had a set of their greenery. Their, what is it, the tufts, grass tufts. I really liked those. They were great. They were fine and dandy. I liked them a lot. I think they were honestly my favorite. No, I take that back. They weren't my favorite. I had another favorite, but they were good. They worked really good. No, you know, they were decent. Let's put it that way. But brushes, at least these brushes, these are their lower end brushes, I guess, too. So this is the starter brushes for the novice, they said. So they might be a little less quality as their little fancier brushes, but and we'll see. Maybe I'll get a set later on and try them out. But I don't know, man. If they're novice brushes or fall apart on me too soon, I don't want to sit there and rush and get like some of their fancier end brushes and just be disappointed on those too. Your novice brushes, even as a company, should be of decent quality. They should be able to last longer than your first miniature, you know. Yeah, I just kind of dabbed my paintbrush on my shirt to get the water off. Don't judge, people. Stop judging. So, yeah, I mean, it did did its job. I do have one more color to go on this, which is the Ubshabti Bone, which I'll do that really quick because it's literally just the highlight on the belt and the knee pads. And then I'll make my decision on these paintbrushes. Final decision here in a second. And actually, this is what this brush is made for detail work. So, and it works out pretty good. I will say that. And this is the side, you know, doing the edge of the brush highlight. I was able to do 2 knee pads without needing to get more paint. And the top of the belt buckle. Now the paint's starting to dry a little bit on the brush. Dry that, clean that off a little bit. Give it this little twirly dries. Then give it the point fixer-upper. That's the official maneuver. That's the point fixer-upper. And then the last highlight will be this little strap on his belt thing. He's got I tried to give him the majority of the guys. I didn't give it to all of them, all the Breacher Squad cats, but I gave most of them. Mitos Kushranada, what's up, buddy? He just commented on something on Facebook. He is one half of Frost and Fist. So anyway, yeah, I'm highlighting his little belt thing. I tried to give them all like something extra hanging off their sides. This guy has a magazine and a grenade, which is funny because they're Breacher Squad, so they actually use the little shotgun things. And yet all of their backpacks these are the backpacks made for these guys, have 2 magazines tucked up in the backpack. I guess that's for like, hey squad mate, you over there, you streaker squads? Hey streaker squads, woo, we running through the battlefield naked. We distract the Space Marines with our fish parts. I dropped my plastic bit and now it's gone. Uh-oh, tip covers be gone. So, yeah, that is done. That is testing of the 2 brushes. Or the 3 brushes. And I'd say, what do these run? In the little form it gives you, it tells you how much they cost. These are $13.99. For 3 brushes. Says 3 brush set to restock your tools. These brushes are great for model work. From priming to detail, you'll get plenty of use with this set. Perfect for painting your new minis. I give these brushes a 3 out of 5. They're comfortable, yes. That's a good one. Good comfort. Loading the paint, good. Holding the paint, good. Quality, with the bent tips, that's a little off. I could feel a little bit of looseness in there too, like I'm worried like that could come off eventually. The hair and the bristles and stuff, fairly good. We did have that one issue of the couple of bristles already coming off on that one. Didn't make me happy. But overall, I'd say a 3 out of 5. I mean, good brushes, good starter set. The price, I'm a little iffy about, but then again, I'm Captain Cheapy Pants. Would I normally pay $13.99 for 3 brushes? I wouldn't want to, but they're not, I mean, I guess it's a good enough quality. I will say, yes, I guess this is good. 3 brushes for $13.99, not bad. Since technically you can get nicer brushes, you'll be paying $13.99 for a single brush. So yeah, $13.99 is is a decent price point. Okay. Would I recommend these to somebody starting out? Sure. to someone who's never used fancier brushes, go ahead, give them a shot. This is kind of a way to kind of ease you into nicer brush buying and whatnot. So, yeah, so that is my review for the Army Painter starter brush set. 3 out of 5. Yep, I can handle that. So anyway, guys, this video has ran on a lot longer than I wanted to. But if you want to know about the Army Painter starter sets, there you go. Decent brushes. I wish their quality control was a little bit better. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're supposed to be bent like that. I've never seen a brush that's supposed to be bent. Yeah, that's it, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this ridiculous rampage. And I will see you later. Have a wonderful nerd life, my friends. Bye.